So, hello everybody. This is me, Saksham Sethi, and I'm going to share my interview experiences along with some competency test questions which I faced today at NMIMS interview, which was on 19th February. So, first of all, my interview was supposed the timings allotted to me were 8 a.m. We submitted my the phones. We have to collect a form and fill that. After that, after the document verification, whereby we are supposed to carry the call letter along with any photo identity proof, we went to the computer labs and the competency test started sharp at 9 a.m. Further, in the verbal part consisted in RC with three questions on AI's use in higher education and its repercussions. There were some summary based questions, then other sections contained LR set. So this was one of the LR set. There were five people. They preferred five sorts of laws. They had five preferred colors or something like that. It was. I am not able to exactly remember the colors part. And they all had different weights. The we were supposed to do like three or four questions for them. So this was, I would say, this was an easy set, not that difficult. Could have been done in a couple of minutes. Then we had course of actions question. As you can see here, the course of action was in a highway uh, during the morning times in winters. Due to fog, accidents used to take place. So we had two course of action. What could have been done by us? So first action was government shall install fog lamps on the highway, and the second course of action was government shall advise all vehicles to use fog lights during the time of fog. So my answer was you need to implement both. Both are valid course of actions. You can comment down your action what according to you was right. Further, in the competency test, we had some technical questions in the final portion, which had five questions. So this is one of the question. So we have equity share capital of 40 lakh rupees and 100 rupees with the face value of each share. The net assets with the company was of 60 lakh rupees. Dividend was announced 6.25%, and other companies listed had a dividend yield of 5%. So this dividend yield part wasn't directly mentioned. I haven't tried to interpret it. This is my portion. So my answer was rupees 125, the fair value of the share, and the other options which were available was 125 rupees, 150 rupees, and two more options. So my answer was rupees 125 rupees was the fair value of this share, this specific share. You can also try and solve this question out. Further, we had one more very technical question which was from accounting standards 19. So I wasn't able to do that. That was highly technical. And overall, the competency test portion was manageable. You had to hurry up a little bit. I completed it in about 42 minutes. So it was a close margin for me. But you need to hurry according to your speed. Overall manageable, not that difficult, I would say. After that, the AI interview started. I was the first one to be interviewed. It started at 10 a.m. and there was a timer of 12 minutes for AI interview, and I completed it in about 8 minutes. So the first question was from your SOP. You need to be thorough with your SOP. One interesting thing which you can do is upload your SOP on ChatGPT and ask him that you are supposed to give an MBA interview, AI based interview. So what all questions could be asked out of it? So you are going to get a gist. So the first question which was asked to me was that you have mentioned about leadership skills. What is the most important quality in a leader and how it will be helpful for you in the MBA? So again, this question was pre-anticipated because I already used ChatGPT and I was able to think about this as I have done this previously also. And I spoke with on a mic and it automatically typed my answer. And the faculty was sitting directly in front of me. So he further asked questions from his end also. I am going to come over that. So some of the other questions which were asked me were about my research paper. This was again mentioned in my SOP, and some from the import tariffs of tariff, whether it is good or bad for a nation. And so I mentioned some example that USA has recently announced import tariff of 25% on steel imports, and further a question was asked by the faculty also. I am going to come over that. Then when the 8 minutes of the AI interview were completed, the faculty asked me, why do you have 8 months of gap in your academic gap? So I answered that post completion of my graduation, I started preparation for entrance test. So this is how I answered him. And then what for the specialization I would like to pursue in MBA and why MBA. Further, he asked me something about my research paper, what methodology I use, what is ARIMA. This is a form of regression. I answered that this was related to my research paper. Then some major global events I have heard of. I again mentioned that 25% tariff by Donald Trump and how it could impact India. So I answered that this by saying that India is not directly exporting steel to USA, but China, Mexico, Australia are, and if they are not able to export there, they are definitely going to dump it in the markets of India, and that is going to devastate our uh, industries in here. So this was my interview experience. Overall, this AI and personal interview lasted for 12 15 minutes about. It was not that grilling. It was kind of a chill interview, and I hope you find this good. All the best to you for your interview. Thank you.